Bloody bollocking hell. Oh, bloody stupid. Oh boy. Hey. Oh boy, oh boy. Everything's set up again. Oh boy. Bloody hell. Why? Yeah. Yeah, this time it wasn't even the internet, just literally the entire bloody or not the entire bloody, but I had a driver crash. Not nice. Anyway. Yeah, that wasn't even the internet. The internet was fine. It was I had an AMD driver crash, which unfortunately killed. Like I had to restart my computer and have a choice because blanked out all my screens. So hang on, everything reset up. Bloody hell! Ran my most scuffed stream to date. God, it's exactly what I didn't want. But what can you do? Sorry about that, guys. Oh well, it is what it is. We're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna move on. All right. Let's see here. Where is... Where is the pigeon? Almost not saved. Okay, hang on. Let me re-grab the pigeons. How about this? Hang on. I didn't save my changes because I had to force shut down my computer. No, pigeons are back. I'll just do it like that, I think. There we go. Yeah. Okay, if we have no more technical issues, that would just be grand. Jerks. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so first the router died, and I had forgotten to turn on my emergency Wi-Fi hotspot, so that killed it. And then this time I had a driver fail and to reboot my computer, which has not happened up until now. So, yeah, exactly not what I didn't want for my 1.0 debut, but here we are. Anyway, I gotta move myself over again. There we go. Right over here, I'll be fine. Yeah, I sure did. Bloody hell. Anyway, let's get back to it. Obnoxious, but we persevere. Yeah. Don Quixote. Alright, well, we've already seen this cutscene, so I'm just gonna skip it and get to the fight. Because that's where I was. At least on my end, that's where I was. Next thing I'm gonna do, I gotta get the chat in the proper position again. Hang on. There we go. That's better. Okay. Anyway, let's get to it. Commence bonkings! Oh yeah, look at that resonance! Wrath resonance, that's what I'm feeling about the stream. That's okay, third time's the charm, am I alright? Oh man, went from 30 viewers down to 9 because of all that ridiculous. Oh well. We move on. Oh, I also need to check and make sure Twitch says I'm streaming Limbus Company, not just chatting. Need to double check that real quick. Yeah, it says we're playing Limbus Company. Great. Okay, cool. That's okay. Nothing like lighting a few fools on fire to brighten my mood. Whack! Whack! Ow! Ow! Rude. Oh, look at the oh, follow this resonance. I know what I need to do. Let's unleash the ego. Yep, do that and that and that. Off you go. Some of that. Hey guys, for you. Time for an ego. Summon the ducks. Yeah, some of that. Quack! Quack, quack, quack. Yes. 300 damage. That's lovely. That and some of that. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Alright. Oh, this. Oh, okay, never mind. There's only one. No, just finish her off. We're out of my misery. Yeah, they're out of here. Alright. Hostilities in the immediate vicinity have been eliminated. Our collaborator, who'd been hiding far from the battle, quickly ran up to our side as soon as the fight ended. You unhurt, young master? Yep, I'm totally fine. Of course, our honored guest martial skills were all exceptionally brilliant, but... Young master, your light was the brightest even among the incandescent. This humble servant could not hold back his tears at this wondrous sight. To witness such excellent martial skills from none other than the young master himself. What an unexpected surprise! But don't the children of the Gia family undergo all kinds of strict training regimens from childhood? It was simply my assumption that young master had ceased his trainings once he departed the family. Anyways, how do you think they tracked us down anyway? About that. It appears that we weren't exactly tracked down. Perhaps it may be the ilk who lurk in these parts of the backstreets recognize the young master's most venerable countenance. I don't think my face is that well known. The family hierarch evaluations are nigh. Every living soul in Hongyang must know the face of the young master, who is loved by every elder of the family. It must be that they are under the assumption that you are carrying something of great value. Family hierarch, huh? Didn't just Shi Chung say something about heirs back then? They all assumed wrong then. I didn't bring anything precious that the elders might be looking for. Young master? Even now? I just couldn't care less about it. That's all. Besides, many of my siblings are much better fit to be the family hierarch than I am. Huh. That's... Well, that is indeed a relief. A relief, is it? Hello. Sorry, I don't, I can't read Korean, so I don't know what name that is. I profusely apologize. Let me throw that into Google Translate 1 second. Google Translate. That didn't help. That did not help. Well. Oh well. Google Translate failed me. I guess that could be a relief. Sort of. Now that we took them all down, should be any more on the way, right? Hello, Gabo. Greg, can we not jinx ourselves for 1 second? Why are you laughing, Ryoshu? Now I'm worried. Oh, is it Chinese? Okay, I can't read Chinese either. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're right. It is Chinese looking at it. Oh, idiot. Oh, great. Now I look even... I think... I have trouble differentiating sometimes between Korean and Chinese. I think you're right. I think it is Chinese. Either way, I'm so sorry. I can't read your name regardless because I don't read either of the languages. So I apologize for getting it wrong. Please do not concern yourselves any further. We will take a more clandestine path. I guarantee safe passage to our destination. Oh, actually, maybe that's why Google Translate wasn't working. Because I... No, it's detecting it's Korean, so I was right the first time. Cool. It just isn't translating it. I still have a hard time buying that. The lay of this place would constitute a perfect place to set up an ambush in most places. Yet you claim this to be the safer path? Yet I'm asking you to place your faith in this humble servant, where Hongyan is not like most places. Fine. For now. Oda shut her eyes for a moment, out of retorts, then turned and looked at Ishmael. Hey, Ishmael. You must have a pamphlet of this place handy, don't you? No way. You're actually going to read it? Why else would I ask? No, I mean, how could I not be caught off guard after almost a whole year of getting brushed off by everyone every time I plead with them to read the damn pamphlets? Like hell, did no one think to? I will find my own intel if you're going to just ramble on and on with your grievances. Okay, fine. Here it is. Otis opened the pamphlet and began intently glaring at its text, as though she didn't want to miss even the smallest detail of information in there. Suspicion clear on her knitted brows. Yeah, she's trying to bust him in the lie in some way. I don't trust this guy as far as I can kick him, and my soccer days are long behind me. That ain't far.
이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
More lunacy for Walpurgisnacht. Who's excited for the Walpurgisnacht? I am. Don't know when that is.
확인.
We were on a desperate run. We were? All the while fighting off hordes upon hordes of enemies. Oh, what happened to the Siphon Easy Passage? Explain this shite! It appears that young master's radiant countenance was made known. I thought we were finding a more clandestine passage. How come we're getting jumped by even more enemies? As I've said, young master's radiant, at least try to give a little variation to your excuses! I cannot so easily say he is being untruthful, given the disjointed allegiance of the enemies attacking us. Otis played with the pamphlet in her hand, clearly frustrated but unable to establish anything concrete. For people without clear allegiance to attack a member of the Jia family, looks like everyone in the back streets has been getting pretty plucky while I was away. Back then, I couldn't even catch a glimpse of their faces. They'd all be on their hands and knees whenever we walked past. Ah, what a wonderful change. Oh, Shove that wonderful change up your ass, you bloody loon. How much longer till we get there? My Kazan is near. Calm your worries. Our guide seems oddly calmer now that he did at the beginning of this journey. Did he really get numb to all this violence that fast, or... Speaking of which, what's a Kazan? It is a term commonly used to refer to taverns, inns, or equivalent places of lodging in this region. Lodging, huh? Like a hotel? Hoo-hoo! It's gotten pretty fancy then, huh? Do they like serve complimentary snacks and drinks like the warp train? Not sure about that, but it seems like Kazans also serve alcohol and food alongside their lodging services. Maybe we can get a meal in there. Oh, sign me up. And hopefully we won't be attacked there like this. Residential non-aggression taboo. Any mutual acts of violence inside a residential building is, both in this particular area and floor of Hongyan, a taboo. A taboo. You may rest easy within then. Was this John Wick? Yes, nothing there. What can I do for you? I saw Faust's eyebrows slightly twitch, as though she had just heard the most ridiculous thing. I guess I'll ask about it later. Which scenario do you think is the most fit to have a black silence ID? Ooh, that's a decent question. Most suited. You know, I'm gonna say Heathcliff. I mean, who else can channel that boiling rage, boohoo, my wife is dead rage than Heathcliff? Just replace Angelica with Kathy and done. Easy peasy. Black Silence, Heathcliff, done. So I don't think we'll ever get a color fixer ID. Well, okay, I shouldn't say never. Right, we're not gonna get one anytime soon. Maybe one day these guys could be on the level of a color, but that's not gonna be for a while. But yeah, if I had to pick, I would say Heathcliff. I think he's got the most in line with the Black Silence. Because it would be too late. Late how? Yeah, don't worry about it. Kathy is an inside joke between Heathcliff and I. Every hierarch candidate must have brought incredibly precious treasures with them. It would be nice if they believe that their own treasure is the most precious of them all, but everyone's going to try and take each other's just to be sure. I see. Just in case someone else brought something even better than their own. And might as well kill them too, for the sake of convenience. Is that how the folks in your family think? What kind of line of thinking is that? But other families didn't seem too different from mine. Damn. Deepest apologies for intruding upon this most enthralling conversation. However, we may be inviting even further trouble by dallying here. With that, the guide pulled out a watch to check the time. Was this T-Corp? It will be nighttime soon. Does that make a difference here? I thought we couldn't see the sun. Oh, more dudes. Oh, look at that wrath resonance. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, all reds, go! Yeah, I don't think we're Urban Plague yet. We're probably still Canard, if I'm honest. Once we're officially like Twitch affiliate or YouTube partner, or I should say and or YouTube partner, that's when we'll go from Canard to Urban Plague, I think. Burninate the world. What you saying? Yeah, you can start shooting. Start shooting text. Well, actually no, we got some Wrath Resonance here. I'd rather do that.
겪어 끝내 정수하리 끝내 타오르시게
Yeah, how's about that? Fire for you, and fire for you. Ow. You get extra fire for the counter. Kick and punch.
저기는 땅에 떨어졌네.
Oh yeah, once again, look at that wrath resonance. I know what I gotta do. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, it's lovely. There you go, you're dead now. Get staggered, nerd. Oh, yeah. You heard the lady. Summon the ducks. Whack. God, well, I wish I could have a pigeon mod for this. I know they don't allow mods for this game, but still. Get lit on fire by a bunch of pigeons. Let's finish you off real quick. There you go. Yeah, and you too. There you go. We don't need the sweepers. I've already cleaned the streets. Yeah, I know that the nighttime is still important because of sweepers and all that. I just didn't like. I just don't picture there being a difference between day and night in this particular district because we can't see the sun. Now here we are. Is this the place? After running through alleyway after alleyway, after turning corner after corner, we finally came across the site of several small buildings tightly built next to one another. At the center of them was a building lit with red lamps, adorned with a door plate with complicated looking letters scribbled over it. This is shoddier than I expected. Hey, isn't this place a bit too trashy to house your precious young master? Oof, Rodion. Ouch. That is not our building. Please look this way to where our honored guests will be staying for the night. I knew it. I heard so much about Hong Loof, about all the splendor, all the... Huh? We followed King Tao's finger and arrived at a small warehouse of sorts, its exterior painted in black. That looks smaller than even Mephistopheles. Can we even all fit in there? Hey, that place looks trashy as heck, even for us, let alone your young master. This is the nearest Kazan we could afford to stay in, at least among the ones I manage. Yet its location in the backstreets heavily limits the level of decency it can afford. My deepest and sincerest apologies, young master. Don't worry, we can always sleep in decent places. We can't always sleep in decent places. It looks just fine for an overnight stay to me. Are you nuts? Can that thing even fit all of us in there? Much did I wish to guide the honored guest to the family mansion in the central zone. However, at the time... Oh-ho, the sweeping wave. Doesn't that start at 3:13 in the morning? I feel we got plenty of time to get there. Exactly. Don't we have more than enough time to get to the family mansion? According to H-Corp travel guide, the central area is only like an hour away from here. Has the honored guest traveled to District 8 before? Well, no, this is my first time here, but then one must ask how the honored guest could claim to have the full understanding of a place merely by flipping through a book, when she hasn't had to contend with it in person. Innumerable, unpredictable changes await in this teeming jungle of buildings. The ever-shifting structures, the constantly changing paths, ambushing from foolish yet vicious syndicates, or even offices of the backstreets. Oh, we are beset by danger from all sides. Such bold, flippant approach to predicting the phenomena of this place is to court death. Even a toddler must know that. One fails to disguise his utter sorrow at the inadequacy of her wisdom. Is it just me, or are we all thinking back to Ishmael back at the Great Lake? Zip it, Dante. Oh, got her. But if the guidebook lists a path, does it not imply that it is technically possible to reach there in time? Oda suddenly took a step forward. In her hand was the H-Corp travel pamphlet that Ishmael was talking about. I have faith that if our executive manager would lead us in your directionally challenged stead, that they would be able to lead us to our destination before night falls. Me? This does not appear to have been discussed beforehand. Very well, allow me to speak freely without frills. My responsibility is to bring the honored guest to the central zone and to ensure the young master's safety. It is, indeed, technically possible to reach the family mansion before the night in the backstreets commences. Technically. Hey, Slugcat, thank you very much. Yet, not even one iota of danger to the young master shall be permitted. The mission that has been so graciously bestowed upon this humble servant is not to guide the young master with haste, but to guide him with the utmost safety. Oh-ho! It is said that those engaging in strategies and plans must remain wary of losing sight of their purpose, to stubbornly forge on toward the family mansion in lieu of necessary intel, to see when these mobs of assailant would end is to wrongly prioritize the journey over the destination. You! Wonderful, truly impressive. You have all the qualities of someone I would trust with my life when devising a stratagem. This is the most fitting attitude for those who genuinely wish to best for those who they serve. God, I struggle with that sentence. I don't know what happened there. Really? You're just gonna start going along with them all of a sudden? I have misunderstood your intentions, truly. They sparked my ire by comparing some of your choice words with my very own. Yet, now, my eyes have been opened to the honest loyalty that lies within your heart. This humble servant did not imagine, even in his wildest dreams, that there would be someone who understands the fathoms of his loyalty. It seems that the young master has truly gained an eye for allies and fellowships. This is a cause for much relief in my heart. Listen to him! This one knows how to jest! They're basically best buds now, huh? I may have lost my cool for a moment there. Anyway, this man speaks true. It is highly likely that we would be exposed to attacks of similar nature were we to continue moving at this time. She's just fully on this side now, isn't she? That's when I realized that she was looking in my direction. The exaggerated smile had all but completely faded from her face, replaced with an odd but dead serious expression. When the gaze is locked, she nodded. She must be... Oh, she's playing him. Oh, interesting, Otis. Completely turned around by that guy. Is this her way of saying, so long, I'm gonna quit? Oh, Dante. No, Dante. And as for this hotel, it is still much better than sleeping in outdoor tent barracks. We should be able to relieve ourselves of some fatigue here before moving on. Did you not earlier insist on continuing our search for better accommodations with the greatest vehemence, Miss Otis? Yeah, whatever, we get your point. Let's go inside. Whew, my humblest self can only behold your generous acceptance of this insufficient lodging with the deepest gratitude. After all that serious talk, the man seemed oddly relieved to hear our decision as he brought his fist and palm together. Architecture of today mustn't be judged with such haste merely by an observation of their exterior. The interior may hold aught to be surprised of. Worry not. If Rodion surrendered, wouldn't that be nice? We made our way into the building. Oh, it's actually not so bad. It's clean here. This place presents a rather classical aesthetic. The landscape paintings lining the walls give off a rather sophisticated mood. And it's much more spacious inside than it looks from the outside. Did they use some kind of space expansion technology in here, too? No. It seems that the building only appeared small due to the density of structures in proximity. Well, the door is now open. Should my presence be required, I shall be in the small shed next to this building. Please do converse freely. The man smiled awkwardly and quietly excused himself as the excitement amongst the sinners began to grow. Meanwhile, Hong Lu stood a fair distance from the guide, quietly watching his face as he left. His expression was enigmatic, as if he were gazing upon the clouds, the flowers, or even the wind. Yet, there was no light in those eyes. It was as if they beheld a storm cloud, a desolate field of wilted flowers, and a howling, destructive gale. Do you suspect something, Hong Lu? So I decided to ask. Not yet. I don't think. Huh? Not yet? So, big brother, something fell off to you too, huh? Oh, hey, I remember you. That's when we caught a familiar voice. Wow, Shi-chun, it's you. And so soon, too. Yeah, I told you I'd have a feeling we'd be seeing each other again very soon. Have you been well, young master? I'm so glad to see that you're doing well, Mr. Wei. Oh, wait. Don't tell me you're staying here too, Shi-chun? I normally wouldn't ever set foot in a place like this, but I ran into some kind of large-scale construction on my way back to the family mansion. Had to come in through the back streets. So we weren't the only ones troubled by that random construction site. Whoa! Hail to thee! Yeah. The confident look on Ji-chun's face was immediately replaced by that of alarm. I can't blame her. Did she lose her memories again? Is she with you? No. Don Quixote's the same as always. Ahem. But she looks like such an airhead. Young Ji-chun, well, wouldst thou accompany me to the lounge but a moment, so we may share a moment of catching up? Oh, yeah, actually, let's do that. Hold on. Judge Ji-chun seemed to hesitate for a moment, staring at Don Quixote after hearing that her memories were intact, before walking right up to her. I like that idea. Shall we? Wei, why don't you go find a room for me to stay in while I talk some things out with her? What? You want to do some catching up, right? Tis a messenger, Esquire! Loss of critical personnel may be a cause for disciplinary action, Dante. I don't think there's anything wrong with making friends, though. Looks like Ji-chun really likes Don Quixote if she's comfortable enough to tease her like that. It's not Don Quixote she likes. She obviously just wants Don Quixote's power she saw back then. My lady, this is hardly the appropriate place to... Fine. I'll try again later. Hi, I'm Sad32. Welcome to the Pigeon Coop. Thanks for following. I hope you're doing well. I'm heading into... Shi-chun sighed with a bit of disappointment before heading into the lobby. Well, let's all head inside now. So I and the rest of the sinners followed her into the lodging.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거.
Everyone was busy looking around and commenting on various things in our lodging, but Sinclair appeared to be the most anxious of them all. Sinclair? Something's in here stands out. Like, imagine an ideal picture. Did you call? He's saying no. So, for those who don't know, Yi sang in Korean means ideal, and this is a Korean game. So when he said ideal picture here, he said Yi sang. So so Yi sang is like, oh hey Sinclair, what do you need, buddy? Poor guy. Pat 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 pat. Poor Yi sang. Oh, I missed that joke you sang. That's not what I was. I'm not. Nah. Anyway, I'm not the only one who feels like somebody stands out like a sore thumb from this whole picture, right? Oh, yeah, glad you brought it up. I didn't say anything because I thought it was just me. Radia. So, what's awful about this place? Isn't it obvious? Where'd all the complimentary snacks go? What's with that weird mistake? Oh God, Rod just got our priorities straight. She and I would be very good friends. We'd just be foodie buddies. Oh God. That is kind of weird though. What's that table doing there? Its saturated colors are quite pleasant, quite the pleasant sight to behold. So, is it any better inside? What the hell is that hideous table? The kerfuffle sparked by the particularly unsightly piece of indoor furniture calmed somewhat once everyone made it inside the building. I mean, it's a table. I don't get it. And I'm not saying like, it's a table. For God's sake, guys, calm down. We've seen weirder stuff. Of course, no one was able to discern the real purpose of that table yet. Every step on the floor leaves black residue on the shoes. Not only the floor, touching the wall leaves an unidentified black substance on one's fingers. Not to mention how the walls ripple in an odd fashion. What could possibly be the construction of this structure? Well, my guess is that the maintenance staff's been slacking. Maybe. Oh, why's everything gotta be so neatly organized? That's the case. I've been to enough seedy establishments to tell when the place is gone wild without tidy up. Well, at least it appears that each room is furnished with a bed. While this is far from optimal, Executive Manager, we may be able to rest here. I guess I really didn't have the time to clean up. Jashi Chun, the last person to walk in after having taken her time to examine the area outside the lobby, stared blankly around the room with an aghast expression. I'm not even sure what to say to this ridiculous negligence. Then found her room after leaving a scathing remark. Ain't the first time we're sauntering right into some shady business, isn't it? Let's just cross that bridge when we come to it, yeah? I guess. Anyone could tell that there was something definitely wrong about that guy. Some sinners, including Heathcliff, had already slumped to the floor, vociferously expressing their desire to rest with a collective sigh of exhaustion. Well, it is pretty weird, but at least we have a roof over our heads. In that case, Dante, perhaps this may be a good time to announce today's close of business. Never made this announcement outside the bus before. Right. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. Understood. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you will all be given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. As soon as she finished, the sinners each began to relax in their own ways, some stumbling into their rooms, while others lingered to speculate over the bizarre table at the center of the room. It's a table, guys! Calm down! For God's sake! I mean, we saw a ghost fused with 1,000 souls across the multiverse. It's a table! Save for Otis, that is. Got something to say, Otis. Yes, Executive Manager. It's about our guide, King Tao. Oh, your new best friend from earlier. Seems like you guys were getting along pretty well. What? That is simply untrue. Did you not see the signal I gave you earlier? I mean, I saw it, bestie. Pat, 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 pat. I'm with you. You were just playing that dude. I saw. You know, Dante doesn't have eyes. All right, you give him a break. What signal? Oh, you must mean when you nodded slightly in my direction. Indeed! That individual has an informational advantage over us when it comes to this locale. Regardless of how sound the accusations we came up with were, he would never have been able to explain them away using his familiarity with the region. I thought, as the party with an informational disadvantage, it would be wise to feign camaraderie and friendship with that individual and go along with their plans while trying to dig out as much intel as possible. I seriously thought that suspicious guy totally won you over. Executive Manager, I've been in business for many years. How could you even imagine that I would be fooled by an amateur spy who so overtly it's nothing. Otis's disappointment was palpable, but she stopped herself as though she remembered that there were more important matters at hand. While it is uncertain as to how long that individual will be accompanying us, it would be reasonable to speculate that he approached the LCCB with the explicit purpose of eliminating Honglu, Xia Baoyu. I present the fact that it was pilot that inexperienced greenhorn who somehow conveniently came across this connection as another evidence supporting the suspicion. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, the pilot clearly doesn't really know what he's doing. So the fact that he managed to find the one lead and literally no one else is able to find anything, yeah, it stands out. Good on you, Otis. I got you, bestie. That's also true. Faust also has information to share. Faust joined the conversation after listening to us discuss for some time. Yeah, of course you do. You always have information to share. It's just a matter of when. A review of every known taboo has failed to identify one he called residential non-aggression taboo that universally prohibits acts of violence within residential areas. Then that also has to be. Hello, Holotempest. No worries. Yeah, you missed all the scuff, so it's actually kind of good that you were late in a way. Man, we were, I was fighting all manner of technology. I was fighting my internet, I was fighting my drivers. We're good now, at least for the moment. It is too early to come to conclusions regarding that matter. It appears that this area, Hongyan, has taboos that change depending on your location within its territory. However, considering every other circumstantial evidence, we can come to a conclusion that he was most likely lying to us. Your assessment cannot be denied. In that case, we must already be deep within the enemy's machinations. The constant stream of random assailants we faced earlier was also most likely part of their plan. It may very well be that this building itself is also a trap, yet we lack in the intelligence about this particular backstreets to be certain. However, we do have one minor advantage. It seems that they have severely underestimated our capabilities, given the low caliber of the assailants they decide to send after us. Ah, boy. Oh, glad to hear it. I keep meaning to mess about with Linux, and then I just don't. One of these days I'll get around to it. One thing we can capitalize on is that mutual lack of intel. Keep our guard up, remain alert, and we should be able to navigate our way out of this trap, Executive Manager. Okay, I get it now. I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. Honestly, I don't know who or what to trust. Then I would appreciate it if you could trust me fully next time. Alice bowed politely and returned to her room. Oh, bestie. Faust and I chatted a little more about King Tao and his plans, but our discussion ended without bearing much fruit. Don't worry, bestie, your Kanto's coming. I know it's Kanto 11, and we're just in the beginning of Kanto 8, but it's coming. No water. I realized that Honglu was missing as I was spending time chatting with the sinners. I didn't notice him going into his room, so I walked to the exit, about to look for Honglu outside. I ran into Jia Shichun and Wei, who decided to stay in the room close to the door. It's getting late. Where are you going alone without a guard? Oh, just looking for Honglu. Right. I can't understand what you're saying. Oh, right. When it comes to conversing about the sinners, I find that there are two types of people. The first type usually says whatever is on their mind without pausing for or caring to hear my reply. Given that this type of person isn't actually looking to communicate with me, that simplifies things a little on my end. However, it's also oddly insulting, as it seems they don't recognize me as a human, but rather a wall, or a clock on a wall. And the other type is the one that reads me so well that they might as well be able to hear what I'm saying. Virgilius falls into the latter category. He recognizes the pitch of my tics and talks, reads my body language, or sometimes even claims to see my expressions like how Don Quixote does. Jia Chun, who saw through me with that short exchange. Okay, let's see. Just looking to get some early morning air? Oh, Sure prosthetic head even have a respiratory function? Wouldn't have guessed from the way it looks. Did not belong in either category. No, not really. I'm looking for Honglu because I haven't seen him in a while. You're shaking your head, so no. Then you are looking for something to eat. Girl. She's a new one. The type that tries to figure out what I'm saying without asking for help. My lady, would it not be wise to wake or find someone who may be able to translate? They would have done that themselves if it were something important. I'm kind of curious though. What was that hand gesture you made when I first asked? You brought your index fingers up to your cheeks. Well, Honglu's always smiling, so I thought maybe I could simulate his smile to convey that I'm looking for him. Perhaps it was an effort to express... Well, I mean, you're close. What? No, I was trying to express a smile. Oh, no, this isn't going to be easy, is it? They're tick-tocking a lot more vigorously. Hey, I think you're onto something. This conversation was starting to veer into completely unintended territory after a bit of trial and error. I see, you're looking for my big brother, huh? We took some very roundabout ways, but I was eventually able to get her to understand what I was trying to say. Well, he's who you're looking for. That's easy. You should be able to find him by the lounge back there. I doubt he got very far from there, even if he left. So that's what you're trying so hard to communicate? Jia Chun was, strangely enough, disappointed and dispirited by my reply. I did have something to tell you too, but never mind. I feel like the mood's been ruined. Let's talk about this at another time. I was curious, but it would also take ages for me to ask how she's feeling, so I nodded to express my gratitude before heading to the back entrance. Oh boy. Alright, nothing there. I'll keep an eye out for it. And found Honglu gazing at the hazy scene outside the opaque window. What are you doing here? People watching. There were some people stumbling through the streets outside. As I stared outside the window at the scene, Honglu seemed to sense what I was thinking and began. Are you worried for me, Dante? Well, yeah. It's your turn, Honglu. It really is. I'm back at H Corp, and everyone's talking about the family hierarch selection. But you don't have to worry about me at all. Because I did not wish for anything from Limbus Company. Really? Oh, now that's interesting. Everybody else has... Why the hell are you here? This mystery intrigues me. My ears just perked up. Go on. You have my full attention? Really? I'm not like you sang. I'm not hiding my true feelings. No one gave me a wonderful promise like they would help me recover my torn and broken wings. Aw. Aw, you sang. Fly perfect wings. I joined only to have some new experience. That's all. But we do know that something's definitely going to happen. Whatever it might be, something that will shake you to your very core. Even if you didn't wish for anything, going through something like that could. Probably yes, but it's okay. I'm used to being led by the will of others anyway. Aw. No matter what happens here, I can't do this like everyone else. 'Cause that's how it's always been. Whatever happens to me, or to those around me, I only... A loud, boisterous bellows suddenly cut off Honglu before he could even finish the sentence. No, we were having some character development. How dare you? Oh, let go of me. Just listen to that sort talking and tell me I'm not supposed to get mad at that. Dang it, lower your voice. What are you guys doing back there? Gregor and Heathcliff, who were most likely hiding behind that entrance door, tumbled into view. I knew I shouldn't have come here with this guy. Couldn't you be patient for even a few minutes before bursting out of here? How long have you two been listening? From the very start, course. I thought he was fine, making some sense at first, but what's that? That you're used to following others' will? I didn't mean to irk you, Heathcliff. I'm only telling the truth. Bloody hell, I'm about to burst a vessel. Oh, bugger bloke. Am I supposed to practice patience after listening to that drivel? I think I'm practicing plenty of patience, despite you calling me buggy bloke out of nowhere. So yeah, you are. That's not what I... Finally, some silence. Anyways, sorry about listening, fellas. I'll let you in some big secret if you let this one slide, though. What's the secret? Gregor rubbed his arm awkwardly as I stared at him in silence, then pointed at a pillar in an exaggerated motion. Guess who's hiding behind that pillar, Manager Bud? With that, two familiar figures stumbled into view from behind the pillar. How could you betray us like that, Gregor? B-W-A-H-A. Bad, weak, and highly annoying. Good night, Snoozefest, she says. How does he understand her so well? Did I get that wrong? I never said G-N-S. Where did you get A-F-U? Ryoshi looked at Sinclair with some interest before slicing open the ceiling above the entrance. And with that characteristically wet noise for something cutting through a wall, a black ink-like substance dripped onto the floor, followed by Roddy and all this crashing down after it. What's happening? We're just having an eavesdropping party. I've never seen this sinner so coordinated before without my instruction. This is amazing. I didn't realize I had garnered such an audience for my story. Executive Manager, the sole reason I followed you out here was for the purpose of protection, as I was concerned for your safety. I am not like the others who have followed you merely to sate their curiosities. Me? I was just bored. And shall we continue the conversation, Dante? Everyone, back to your room, now! Dante not having it. Dante pissed. Yeah, Best of May. Unfortunately, there will not be a Best of May compilation. For the same reason there wasn't a Best of April compilation. I just have too much going on to edit, unfortunately. The Best of compilations will start up again starting with June. So there will be a Best of June compilation. Just I had too much on my plate to work on the Best of April or the Best of May. So yeah, that won't be a thing, unfortunately. Oh, hello. Well, at least it's 5 that I can work with. After that little kerfuffle, just as everyone was scattering to their rooms, Otis suddenly began to vehemently oppose, leaving me all on my own. Are you absolutely certain, Executive Manager? Seriously, don't worry about it. I usually took the night watch on the bus anyway. That is true. However, we are currently in an uncharted territory for our team. We do not have much experience sleeping at the place where our safety is an absolute guarantee. Hey, we're literally right next door to them. It'll take less than 5 seconds for us to come over when something's happening. Do you not know that every second matters in emergencies? Oh, no, Babushka de Camp. Let's get you out of here. And all the familiar sequence of events and words played out, and they eventually left my room, gently closing the door behind them. Finally, some peace and quiet. I sit on the corner of the bed, surrounded by silence, and allow my shoulders to slump for once. I don't need to sleep like the sinners do, but the fatigue doesn't go away on its own. I need some time to relax and empty my thoughts once in a while. I've gotten somewhat used to the pain. It still hurts like hell when I rewind the sinner's time. The longer this journey got, the more frequent and severe the sinner's injuries became. It did get stronger, that's for sure, but so did our enemies, which means that my clock is always turning and turning without a moment to rest. So I think of the star. Before the great gates which I face with every revival, I witness its intricate engraving and feel its silent vibrations. Even after a whole year, I'm still no closer to understanding what they were supposed to represent, but by emptying my thoughts and just taking in the sights, I find myself calming down. Also, the wind is quite cool and crisp tonight. Wait, that's weird. Wind? What's this sudden chill? Something opened the window, but there's no way this gentle breeze could have been unlatched and left my window wide open like that. Even if it did, it would have made a pretty loud noise. Besides, this chill isn't coming from in front of me. I slowly turn around to look at where the window was supposed to be, only to see a melted wall and intruder slinking in this newfound opening. Who are you? As though driven by some unknown survival instinct, I rolled off the bed. But there was already a blade right where my neck and head met. It steals a shearing cold. Just a little nudge, and I'd be dead even before I could make a tick. I remembered how worried Otis was to leave me alone. I thought she was just being paranoid. I should have trusted her judgment. Just as I was getting ready for my final struggle, my final moments filled with regret about not listening to Otis's advice. Ryoshu! What a pathetically thin blade. Too delicate to have the clock CIH, don't you think? Ryoshu leapt down from the ceiling and deflected the assailant's dagger away from me. Ryoshu! Snuck in thinking I was about to see something interesting, but you're just some beast with steel. I looked up to see the ceiling torn open, dripping with viscous paint-like fluid, just as I saw earlier during my conversation with Hong Lu. Executive Manager, are you unharmed? And Otis peeking out from the gap. I, Otis, was the one who instructed Ryoshu that the ceiling had a room to hide in. Remember that. Shut up and help me. Oh, I thought this one was just some beast with steel. I could have cut this beast in half, sword and all, had I not been on the bus. All of your abilities were diminished the moment you were hired by this company, equally defanged and depowered, if you will. I suddenly recalled Hohenheim's commentary back at the LCE. I had a vague notion of what he meant, but now I was really feeling it. NFW, what is happening? Just as Ryoshu was struggling to stop that one blade, the intruder pulled out another dagger with their other arm and slashed at Ryoshu's neck. The beast of the Heishu pack. The intruder would have cut her throat had Wei not burst through my door. Who wields you now? I don't suppose dialogue is an option. Light enters not the vast garden, yet falls a star into its fathoms still. No. The intruder reached into his clothes, muttering an odd invocation. Little shit, a talisman! Wait, get it together! My lady! Just as the intruder's muttering began to grow intense, Jia Shichun leapt into my room and struck the stranger with her fan. Were you going to let that bastard finish that stupid spell? You almost activated the Q-Corp talisman! Apology, my lady. Hi. It seems that I still remain somewhat bound by that spell. Listen, you're no longer a Heisho. You serve me now. Got that? You don't have to let those things control you anymore. Yes, my lady. My apologies. I fell limply to the bed with a sudden alleviation of stretch and pressure. Hey, are you? I can't understand them anyway. I managed to stop the assassin before he laid a hand on them, fortunately. Got it. I don't think there was anyone else in here. Let's switch the lights on. Click. When the lights came on, we saw this one's from a Mao branch, isn't it? There was a black bamboo hat wearing assassin on the ground. The walls that appeared solid before we all went to sleep were now melting away as if they were a viscous fluid. There is something wrong with this building. I knew that they must have done something to the building, but how is a Heisho here? This whole operation's got to be spearheaded by someone with real power. This isn't just an ambush from an overexcited family hierarch contestant. What I don't understand, why the Mao branch? There are better Heisho branches to use if all they wanted was to cut off the clock's head. Then they must have had a different purpose, huh? Correct. This one's from the Mao branch of the Heisho packs, which means that more of them must have infiltrated the building. It's not the scale of the Z branch. The Mao branch always moves in groups. Therefore, their goal must be to kill every guest staying in this Kazan, including you, my lady. Then, we gotta get moving. We can't let them surround us if we want even a chance of surviving this. Dante! Sarah's burst into my room, slamming the door open again. Thou'rt? Thank me later. If we don't move our asses, we're good as dead. Wait. Yes. We don't have the time to contact the main forces of our faction at the family mansion. You know what to do when we're at a numerical disadvantage, right? It will be done, my lady. Jia Chichun and Wei immediately stormed out of the room as soon as they saw the sinners enter, as though they've been waiting in here for my protection. Don Quixote and Gregor stood red-faced and on edge. Marcel was covered in bowel wounds, and Otis wore an inscrutable expression. I stand before you in shame, now to borrow the hands of another to protect the executive manager. No. I should have listened to what you said. Extrapolating from the pattern by which the walls have disintegrated, it is likely that they utilize the identical means of infiltration for each center. Oh, right. Were you also attacked by bamboo had assailants too? Their ranks numbered many, Manager Esquire. Yet, for how many of them there were, they were unsettlingly silent. Verily, we were almost. Not almost. So on the way here, some of us did get killed. Impaled straight through the guts. So, what he said about how fighting indoors was a taboo. Yes, a lie. How utterly cowardly and unjust of these vile cur to strike from the shadows. Alas, now is not the time to ruminate upon their villainy. Correct. Besides, there's more of them waiting to sink their blades into us. Of course there is. Oh, so that's why so many were unavailable. They're dead right now. Got it. All right. We still have our pyros. That's the important thing. Oh wow, Ryoshu got staggered already? Sheesh. Crazy. There you go. I returned the stagger with a stagger. Here you go, stagger for you. And stagger for you. Stagger for you. There we go. This is more like it. Yeah, you can fire a bullet. Why not? Double absolute resonance. Fire. Boom. Ow. Hey, good clash, good clash. Burn. Oh, I wasn't even reading their level. I had no idea. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. I got plenty of wrath to spare for you. Yeah, Marcella's struggling over there. Oh God. So many heads. Ow. Oh, this is staggered. Alright, got 2 nerds staggered. That's not great. Ow. 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 Some of that. And that. And that. There you go. It's enough out of you. And enough out of you. Oh, this. Come on. Come on. Stop getting heads, jerk. There we go. Boom. There you go. Nice job, Ryoshu. Boom. Alright, finish him off. There you go. I wouldn't call it clean, but we won. I'm gonna take some more lunacy. All for the Walpurgis Knot. Up again, huh? Alright. And Dante, want to rewind the clock? That'd be great. Is, you know, like to have the main group back, if I may. Alright. Well, if you're neutral, why don't you do that? So that way we at least get some resonance here. Similar kind of deal for you. Oh, come on. Double tails when you have 20 sanity done. Come now.
무식하게 돌격하실 거라면 전 빠지겠습니다.
Alright, give it a go.
1번.
Only got triple heads on that one. Oh well. Is what it is. Oh, Marcel actually won that clash. I'm impressed. Ew. Oh yeah, we got double absolute resonance. Not a problem. Nice. Get him. Do it for the Leo Association. Alright, commence balkings. Get him, Don. Get him, Don. Hey, that's for you. You're welcome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, get staggered, nerd. Yes. Oh yeah. Almost their entire team staggered. Don't mind if I do. Oh, is Gregor gonna make a comeback from that abysmal clash start? There you go. You're dead. Get out of here. Fire. Boom. Never one down. Oh wow, Gregor won that clash. I am immensely impressed. Staggered. Got your nose. No, their speed doesn't matter much when they're staggered. Alright, get him. Hey, you're dead. Good night. Get burned. There we go. That was significantly cleaner. I think we're safe for now. Something tells me that they're not fighting us at full force. At least we routed them, so hopefully that means something. Ah, where'd Don Quixote go? Hark, for I am here! Don Quixote rushed into my room from the hallway outside. I had gone to espy if the other sinners had suffered as we have. Verily, they were indeed targeted as well. Most defended themselves well against the curs, and shall be here post-haste, yet... Not everyone survived, huh? Young Sinclair and Yi Sang, while it appeareth that they have risen up and battled, they were caught unawares by our foes. 'Tis likely that their demise came after tripping over each other's foot. How embarrassing. And young Heathcliff, isn't that fella a resident mob fight expert? How did they even get him? They didn't get me, mate. Good as new. Heathcliff! Huh? Let's got you, gobsmack lass. I recall a blade piercing young Heathcliff in the back of his head. Didst thou turn the clock for him already, Manager Esquire? No, not yet, anyway. Alarm, so that's what's fun. What's this fun? So that's what this funny itch on the back of my. Heathcliff reached up to rub the back of his head, then crumpled to the floor mid-sentence. Heathcliff this dude got stabbed in the brain and was just so full of rage he continued to bash everybody with his bat until he collapsed. Heathcliff's not breathing anymore. He's dead. I didn't even manage to walk all the way over here with a hole on his head. Young Heathcliff! The other sinners are starting to gather, Manager. As pathetic as this force may be, we cannot spare any hands at the moment, Executive Manager. We must also join the others as soon as possible and assist them. There are sounds of altercations coming from the lobby. Gotcha. Clock turns as it always does. Sometime later. Whoa, please hold on a moment. You? I can see some people inside the lobby, which was awesome. I noticed Jia Shi-chun clashing against a figure wearing a bamboo hat. Going on the offensive already, huh? How come a big shot in control of a hat? You have tracked me down, so certain of your own safety, but my master has already prepared countermeasures. There stood King Tao, our supposed collaborator who led us here, and Wei, who was threatening him with a sword. So you were behind this. Ah, it's you. I sussed out that you'd be planning something like this, but you lacked the patience to pull it off. You're quite observant. I thought I had completely won you over. You must know that at H Corp, there is but one path to survival and riches. Choose a family hierarchy candidate and serve them with utter loyalty. But who in their right mind would serve young Master Bai Yu? He who has grown up with no hardship. He who doesn't possess even a speck of ambition. You shut your bloody mouth, yeah? And you, rich boy, are you just gonna sit there and let that bloke talk shite to your face? But he's right. I don't have any ambitions. Have you got no self-respect? What do you have anyway? Fantastic hair. Well, tell you that. Okay, everyone shut up for a second. He's obviously taunting you. Stop indulging him. Wei, speak. I know that you have no means to wield a Haisho pack. So speak. Which master did you choose to serve? Who controls them? So they're curious. Stay your swords, Zilu. Another unfamiliar voice from the shadows. Young master, are you certain this is wise? Worry not, they're destined to be swept away by morning dew anyway. The trajectory of their fate shall not alter course, were they to witness me. The voice soon reveals himself from the shadows, walking into the light with a casual, assured gait. Huh? Seriously? You? I see. You're... Allow me to grace you ignoramus with my exalted name. I am Yi Hua of the Shi family. You may know me as a very prominent candidate to the throne of the family hierarch. Nope, can't say that I do. Thank you, Peach. Easy. Oh god, not the middle again. Okay, boys are back. Alright. Where's it get? Oh, this. There we go. And realize you got moved up to 50, so we'll take you along. Oh, no, I lied. You take Hong Lu. Said Hong Lu, damn you. There we go. Chain battle time. Shut up. Prominent. But of course, I claim control of a branch with the Haisho packs. While you were wasting your time out there searching for the River of Immortality or whatever. I don't even know where I'd start to refute your brain-dead accusation. This is way beneath me. I don't even want to address you as my senior either. So, who is it? Big Brother Juan? I can't even imagine he'd even be interested in someone like you. What are you talking about? I'm asking whose teeth you've been suckling on to gain the control of the Mao branch, because we both know for sure there's no way in hell you have the means to control them, right? You little twerp! Are you sure you want to insult my height from where you're standing? Master Yi Hua, it doesn't seem like the mastermind of this operation was actually anyone important. Agreed. I can tell just by the look of that traitor with the what even is that word? Physiognomy, whatever, that word of a deceiver. This is a waste of time. Hey, Zilu, cut them all down. The mission was to assassinate them. To meet them in an open battle, to take the lives of hierarch candidates was not what we agreed upon. What the blah blah blah, just shut up and do as you're told. I may fight to protect your life, yet I cannot do more. A Haisho heeds no voices but that of the one who holds their leash. Looks like that Yi Hua doesn't even control these guys. There's an apt saying oft invoked in the East. A fox may pretend to the throne, but only with the blessing of the tiger. Shut up over there! Damn it, that Haisho pack is useless! Can't we get a simple job done? Master Hihua, the Haisho pack was here merely as a backup plan. Our true strategy involves... True. This is fine. I have other plans to sweep you all away. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This is the second time this individual has made an odd emphasis on the variation of the word sweep. What? Are you saying that you bribed the sweepers or something? While their reactions may appear suspicious, that suggestion is almost an absolute impossibility. The head is at the top of the sweeper's chain of command. In other words, only the head possesses the authority to command them. Right, yeah, of course. Moreover, they are prohibited from touching, let alone entering, any designated residential areas during the night in the backstreets. The effort of going through a myriad of paperwork to ensure that Mephistopheles is recognized as a residential vehicle was ultimately to capitalize on this taboo. Yes, it is exactly as you say. What a stupid question to ask, making me anxious out of nowhere. I soured the mood. Come on, let's leave. I had only intended to have them see my face after all. Too bad, I won't even remember them in a few days once they all get swept away. Master Hihua, we best leave before any more unnecessary words are said. Faust was right. These guys are acting way too suspicious to not have some scheme brewing back there. So overtly suspicious, I'm starting to wonder if they're trying to use reverse psychology on us into walking right into their trap. I think you're giving them too much credit. Never attribute to malice what could be easily attributed to stupidity. Well, when surrounded by nothing but uncertainties, there is a solution that usually works. Faust. Faust had intended to make this suggestion first, but it appears that you share the idea. Yep, so, Otis. Yes, Executive Manager. We have 12 sinners, Jiaqichun and Wei, on our side, and I don't think the so-called Mao branch are willing to fight. Which means that we only have 3 enemies, Shihua, our guide, and Zilu, the assassin. We have the numerical advantage, don't we? You always make the most accurate read of the battlefield. What's going on over there? What's that tick-tocking noise? Our former guide seemed to have figured out what our conversation was about because he took a few careful steps away from Shihua before bolting off into the distance. I've been thinking this all day, but he sure is a fast runner. Oh. What? What is it, Honglu? Did you remember something? I did. I had a hard time recalling this because he isn't from my family. But I remember now. Your big brother, Yihua of the Shi family, right? Didn't that guy just announce that himself earlier? Anyways, Honglu, I'm gonna get that guy and beat the most out of him. Is that gonna be okay with you? He's not from my family, but I'm sure Big Brother Yihua will be happy to answer your questions. Great. Another thing. As your commander, I should probably say something cool to start the battle, right? Wow, that's going to be so cool. Like something straight out of a story. Oh, it said something like this once. That even if one side has the absolute advantage in battle, the commander's words may be the deciding factor in who wins and loses. So I decided to borrow a few words from a book Honglu once lent me. It's a general who said, I believe, destroy them all! Alright, yeah. I'll take it. Why not? 7 out of 10. Oh, okay, single boss. Alright. I was suspecting like the little guy somewhere. What skis? Anyway, what do we got? Alright, so we'll do that. And favored all over the gaff. You can do that. And you're also favored all over the gaff. This is neutral, man. What is it with this one? Start with 0 sandy, right? Yeah. So you roll between 4 and 16. Yeah, so do I. So yeah, okay, I can see why it's neutral. Fine. All right. I'll take the 50-50. Oh, this is likely gonna shoot us instead, but whatever. Oh god, she rolled all heads. You gotta be kidding me. Having flashbacks. Yi-sang, bruh. He sung more like Cell song. Ye sell. Oh wow, Honglu actually won that clash. I'm impressed. I didn't think he would. Alrighty, anyway, what do we got? Alright, well, just do what you can, Honglu. Can't ask you for more than that. Alright, do that, and do that, I guess. Alright, well, nobody else can attack, so off you go, lads. Yeah, he won that clash. Good job, Honglu. Oh, wow, she won that clash too. Well done. Ah, man, she almost won. Damn. Oh, she got staggered. Ow. 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 And now you sing a staggered. And a double stagger. Alright, and you can do that. No, why'd trade that instead? I think the power count will work out better for you. Alright, well, she's not going for you at all, so we'll just do that. Also not going for you at all, so not much we can do. Let's do what we can, I guess. Nice. Good double hit, good double hit. Yeah, there you go. Whack. Yeah, think that was Otis dying there. Ah, wrecked. All right. I know that's what Otis gets. She was not listening to my orders. She wasn't winning her clashes, so not much I can do for her, I'm afraid. I don't yet have enough resources to use my ego. Unfortunate, but oh well. Is what it is. Do that. Do. God, how are you struggling? You gotta be kidding me. Where's your sanity at? Yeah, 12. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's hopeless. Yeah, why not? We don't have enough of anything to do anything, so just do what you can. Alright, you can start whacking. Nice. Some of that. Nice. Good hits, good hits. The good hits. Oh, was that stagger I heard? Oh, it was. We staggered her. Nice. Good timing. Punk. Punk. Alright, all in on damage. Let's go. Mess her up. Have some of that. And that. And some of that. You can have this too. Seems appropriate. Maybe get a double stagger. Maybe get a double stagger. Strange tune crashes through the sound of this fierce battle. That's kind of fire though. Is this electronic dance music? Something about it sounds familiar. No. No. Oh no. Well, guys, it's been fun. I got, I think I hear my mother calling. I'm just gonna, got some things to take care of. It's been fun, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Mother. Thanks to the merry chase you've led me on, I have slid ever so slightly further into the world of Bristly. Let's see. Title 2, Section 7. Row C. The punishment for those who dare flee from the mill's retribution begins by tearing their legs apart from the groin. I mean, in fairness, objection, you are the one who fled. I will make sure you suffer for all my time you wasted. What the hell is that blighter doing here? The hell's wrong with you? You've been stalking us all along. Since when is chasing after a thief conflated with stalking? I'll have you know I'm still banished from the world of the luscious thanks to you who dared to pinch my hair coupons! What the hell? Where'd they come from? You guys are just pissing people off left and right, aren't you? Zilu, take them out! What an utterly insular fool. What did you say? Do you not know that man? What's the middle doing here? Ricardo, a big brother of the middle. The man who slaughtered the sinners like they were nothing. The man who almost forced me to self-destruct. Faust, don't tell me I have to get ready for that again. No, not yet. According to the evaluation data at the LCE, Zera's power has grown since their time at the Great Lake. Our chance of victory against this individual has risen to a meaningful degree to forfeit the battle before it even begins. But how much? Enough to put the faith in the uncertainties. Alright then. Enough with the background noise. I don't know what your business is with these thieves, but I've personally traveled all the way to the eastern part of the city because I simply must extract my vengeance against him with my two hands. I could have simply informed my brothers in the east and let them handle this, but that just wouldn't do. I was determined to see this through to the end myself, even if it meant asking a great brother the East for a favor. So you there, Half Pint and his cute mini tourage. Get the hell out of my sight. The Mills Book of Vengeance comes first. Half Pint! Ah, keep babbling. Oh god, this guy. Did anyone else just like reflexively just like cringe? Like this guy is gonna get murdered immediately. Where's my pen? Wow, wow. Bloody hell, mate. That's messed up. He's too far absorbed in his own foolishness to see he's walking into his own demise. Unexpectedly, Ricardo's face wasn't contorted with wrath, even after enduring that barrage of insults. Instead, he looked surprised. Yeah, who wouldn't be? A moment of silence followed, during which he seemed to be absorbed in thought. Oh, impressive. You just set a new record. You are the current record holder for how fast can I get written up in Ricardo's Book of Vengeance. Challenge, boy. You did in 15 seconds. Then, with trembling hands, he reached down to grab his Book of Vengeance, opened it, and began to write something down on the paper, slowly and deliberately, as though to make each stroke of pen count. Unfortunately, your audacity is terminal. I will rip your jaws apart myself as punishment. Boys, make sure this little band of thieves won't get away while I deal with this pipsqueak. What the hell is this asshole talking about? Hey, Zilu? Who the Actually, I don't care. Stop me if you can. Effective immediately, the punishment for all involved parties and bystanders at the site of your crimes shall be complete and total extermination. I think we can slip away unnoticed in this mess. I don't think we got much of a chance there. Ricardo practically rocketed toward where Zilu and Shihua were standing in a burst of speed. But his henchmen had already begun to slowly surround us as he ordered. Ready your weapons, everyone. Payback time for what happened at the Great Lake. Let's do this. Besides, I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch. Oh, Ishmael, alright. Alright, let's do it. Oh boy. We're just like continuing from where we left off. Okay, that's kind of an ass. Alright, anyway. We can hit that. We can hit that one. That one. And that one. And you guys can just focus on that nerd, that's fine. Some of that. Yeah, get him, Honglu. This is not gonna go well for me. Yeah, and he's saying is weak to blunt. That's the yeah, that's the real ass of it all. He's weak to blunt. Feels bad, man. You might need some help, actually. There you go. You can do that. Do that. Do that.
부드럽게.
And last time we faced Ricardo with Yisang in our group, yeah, he got one shot by Ricardo because he's weak to blunt. So brutal. Nice, nice, nice.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
걱정은 하지 않겠습니다. 어차피 이미 이길 거라고 확신하고 있으실
You can go
테니까.
ahead and kill him, and you can kill him. And then that, and that, and that, and that. I don't really care what the rest of you do.
한 번에 끝낸다.
이 결투
Nice.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아픈.
타오르시게.
Alright, takes care of them. There we go. There was an explosive noise from a distance, and moments later, Ricardo landed before us with a boom. I heard that the Haisho of the East were a tough bunch. That lady was something else. So why'd a woman like that suddenly split from a fight? Not my problem, I guess. She's getting written down the book, too. Time to take care of what I really came for. Get ready for a beat-down coupon, thieves!
얼간이
Oh boy. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I'm sure you're just as much fun to deal with as you were before.
이유를 잡아
See what I can do here.
보시죠.
There we go. Cool. Got that going for us, I guess. Oh, hey, look at that. Favored. Okay, we take those. We take those. Unfortunately, I can't hit all of them, so you are gonna be kind of screwed there. Sorry about that, Honglu. You are gonna take some hits. I can't do much for you. Oh, he starts off injured. Okay, that's actually pretty useful for me. Okay. Alright, so it may not be entirely hopeless. Oh? Nope. Alright, well, you tried, Honglu. You tried.
매달고 불태우거라. 끝끝내 뼈조각 하나 남지
Some
않아.
of that. Now if we could get at least one heads, make this damage somewhat meaningful. There we go. Nice. Ow. 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 Some of that. There you go, you're staggered.
우리를 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 오, 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
Oh, he's saying please.
그 거인들과 싸울 때가
Alright,
날아가기
yeah, you're doing a thing.
제대로 보고 대처하셔야 합니다. 이번엔 안 받아들일 테니까요.
Hopeless, huh? So it's 5 to 22. Okay. Enough for another, right? What's your sanity at, by the way? Yeah, it's at 28. You should be fine. Favored, huh? Still favored? He's at near max sanity. That is a problem. I don't think I can really do better than that, though. Let me see here. What's your sanity at, Gregor? You're at max sanity, so he can roll up to 19. So, nope, not you. If you do that, yeah, he basically has, like, no chance of winning. Well, it's only unbreakable if the target has 3 Vendetta, right? Stop. Yeah, he's got 1 Vendetta, so it's not unbreakable. Yeah, see, we're good, we're good. Gregor doesn't have 3 of those. He's got 1. So, yeah, we're good. Anyway, so I gotta deal with you. Yep, you can do that. Then we'll do that for the absolute resonance. That seems perfect. And just do that. There's no reason not to.
한 번에 끝낸다. 야! 마무리.
Nice. Take that, jerk.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
Yeah, a rare Rizwan reading W.
완전 프레스 선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군.
상태 붕괴.
There you go. Get staggered, idiot.
평범한 적은 아닌가 보네요. 방심하지
Alright, he's still big mad, but... Alright, that's gonna be the one right there. Okay. Alright, I think this is the one that if I use that, she blows herself up, right? No, maybe it's the other one. Oh, it was that one. What skill? Not you.
다가오지 마세요.
What skill was it that blows you up at this point?
어디까지라도 번질 수 있으니.
Okay, no, it's this one. Still red one. Gone right now. Those unbreakable coins are a bit of an ass. God, still neutral. What's your sanity at? How you have even less sanity? You didn't use ego last turn. Oh, for God's sake. All right, look, just do that. Hit that. Let's see here. So this rolls up to 23. Once again, bit of an ass. Well, I don't think we'll be able to stagger him necessarily. I can't tell exactly where his stagger threshold is. Let's see how. Okay, so you might be able to flex some of this damage. How is it hopeless? Oh, I missed. Oh, because you're at level 69. Right. Okay. Yeah, I might not be able to. I know. Well, Don Quixote would be able to for sure because she's faster. But yeah, we'll see. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll get. He's close to the stagger threshold. It's not that likely, but it could happen. So I'm gonna put my faith that he's gonna get staggered. I got nothing else to do.
해체어가 진행됐습니다.
No, not quite. Ow. Ow. But this might do it, though. With the ego. The ego AoE might just do it.
매달고 불태우거라. 끝끝내 뼈 조각 하나 남지 않도록.
Yes. Good damage. No, I don't think he got staggered. There, you got staggered. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go get staggered, nerd! Whew. Oh man, that was a close one. Alright, quickly, all the damage. Make sure Faust isn't gonna blow herself up. Okay, go.
한 번에 끝낸다.
Yeah, we gotta do something about your sanity, bro. Like, I know I kind of made you use ego a couple times there, but sheesh.
그 거인들과 싸울 때가 떠오르는.
Okay, there we go. So we're not entirely hopeless here.
제대로 보고 대처하셔야
Alright, well,
합니다.
Faust, you're basically down on your feet, so it's definitely time to blow yourself up for the greater good. For the greater good of the people. Alright, so you can just do that for the power counter, I guess. Hopeless, yeah, of course it is. Makes sense. Is it that, I guess? Hopeless, yep, of course it is. Whacking. Alright, let's hit him as much as we can.
해체 어각 진행하겠습니다.
Mother! Yep, stagger on Don Quixote. Oh, how's that not a stagger? There you go, jerk.
아른거림. 불길 속으로.
Boom. Good job, Faust. We're proud of you. Oh, okay, we don't have to full kill him. Okay. I'm down with that. Wait! A shout cuts across the battlefield, just as the sudden appearance of Ricardo was making things incredibly more difficult for us. Huh? Didn't that guy split? What's he doing here laughing his butt off? If I lost supply, fail plot to fail plot takes a toll, I suppose. Maybe that was too much. But, I mean, how can I not laugh, right? When, after all that, everything comes together perfectly according to my plan. You hear of this too, don't you? The sound of a city, the sound of the back streets. Do you hear the sound of crashing waves? Waves. When the sound of battle came to a stop with Shi Yihua's sudden shout, we all suddenly began to notice the low crawling sound of omen that had been swirling under the commotion. Something's melting, regurgitating, or perhaps boiling over. If not, it's seeping, it's siphoning, it's a trace that was at once living and dead. Crashing and breaking, devoid of any recognizable stops, the lines between where it begins and ends blurred. Yes, like waves. Current time is 0321 hours. Then it's too late. The night in the back streets. We never have been outside the bus at this hour, have we? It was past 4 in the morning when we briefly set foot in the outskirts. So no, we have. This would be our second time. Though, it must be noted that the time of day was not a matter of concern then, as we were in the outskirts. They're finally getting all swept away like trash. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. What's he on about? You can't possibly be thinking that the sweepers will somehow break the taboo to help you. Still missing the point, botched purple dye job? See you? Let us leave to the promised location. Huh? Did he actually scamper all the way here just to gloat at us and run away? Indeed, Shi Yihua gloated at us with a confident boast as though he was finally ready to face us, only to turn tail again with an unmistakable look of relief. I don't get it. Does he actually believe that the sweepers will help him? Faust. Indeed, sweepers do not invade residential areas. However, what if where we're standing isn't actually a residential area? What are you talking about? Look, this place has got walls, beds, bedding, and I guess the walls felt weirdly mushy and melty. It wasn't just Radia who realized what was going on. The other sinners all began to look around in confusion as well. The walls of the Kazan had all but melted away, leaving nothing behind. As though the place we slept the night in was but a house and a painting. Our realization came too late, as the wave-like noise from earlier had already encroached right up to where we were. And unlike the other times, when they'd simply part around the bus, they were cutting straight into the remnants of our lodging. 3. Yep. Oh, that's a lot of sweepers. Ah, what is going on? Why? There. This is ridiculous. Sweepers! How dare they break the taboo so brazenly? Looks like I'll be facing the waves tonight. Why do you sound so excited about this? I mean, we've got to. Let's make some things clear. It's clear that if we do nothing but stand around, they'll sweep us all away. Damn it. We have to make our stand here. All right? Cool story, bro. Anyway. And make sure that the lineup is still good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know.
떨어질 때군요.
Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, look at the background. Oh, this is really, really cool, actually. Oh man, this is legit. Okay. Anyway, Wrath Resonance. Don't worry, Otis. You'll be fine. Funk. Funk.
본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
Alright then. Oh, I didn't realize that she was here. Okay, cool. Nah. Some of that.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋겠어요.
Hey, good clash. Oh yeah, got him.
여관에 가면 또
Oh, weighs 1 of 3, huh? Oh, at 14. Oh, Jesus.
해줄 이야기가
Alright, there's a lot of dudes. That's unfortunate. How's your standing? I can't see. 31. Oh yeah, you're good. You can fire off. Well, actually, Wrath Resonance. Hey, good job. Good clash. Not so much a good hit, but you killed him, so we'll take it. Rhodia. Oh, Rhodia. She barely won that, but we take those. All right. Oh, look at that pride resonance we got going on. Don't mind if I do. Yes, lovely. Teamwork. Fire. Boom. Some of that. Ow. There you go. That's number one down. Yeah, she's doing all right so far. Finish that one off. There we go. Thank you. Alright, do that and that and that. Wrath Resonance. Well, I don't want to do that right now. I kind of don't want to do that right now, actually. That's it. No. Oh wait, we'll start building up for the little carnival. Some of that and some of that. Yeah, got him.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요.
Ah, trash disposal, owie. Okay, thinned out a little bit. No problem. I love the detail of them fighting over there. That's amazing. Anyway, I think it's time we bust out the ego. We'll just go on defense for a minute. You'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Shall be hanged for your crimes.
끝끝내 뼈조각 하나 남지 않도록.
Whack! Okay, my objective is just to survive. Okay, well, we're doing a okay job of it so far. At least I think so. Some of that, some of that. That's lovely. Alright, 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 come on, win the clash. There you go, you're alright. Whack, whack. Mother. Owie, owie. Boom. Owie, owie, owie. There you go, another one down. Another one bites the dust. Do, 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 do. Another one bites the dust. Alright, good stagger, good stagger. Mother. Alright, you're alright, Hungry. Walk that one off. You'll be alright. Alright, anyway, you got plenty of Wrath Resonance again, though. Might actually be worth it just to get everybody above that stagger line. Yeah. Stop, stop, stop. There you go, that one. Yeah, none of that, and shame on you. Ah, she flipped the tails. You hate to see it. She's gonna get staggered. Yep, staggered. Oh, let's heal her up a little bit.
매달고 불태우거라. 끝끝내 뼈조각 하나 남지 않도록.
Back.
불타올랐군요.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
And boop. Now, you need to get Gregor some fuel. You are correct. Oh dear. Howie. There you go. There goes another one. Alright, let's get Gregor some fuel. There we go.
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요.
부드럽게.
Have some of this. Oh, Hungry lost his clash. Oh well. Some of this, you joik. Does she not get healed by my ego? I thought my ego heals all allies, not just sinners. Where is heal one put allies with the least HP percentage for yeah, up to 3 allies, right? Yes. Huh. Oh well. Whatever, not much I can do about it. What's your nah, I want to get you some more sanity. You're struggling a little bit on the sanity side of things right now. Owie.
본인의 승리.
Yeah, that's enough out of you. And enough out of you.
단결말은 없겠지.
And some more for good measure. I just noticed it said extract fuel. It's a throwback. Wave 2 complete. Wave 3 incoming. The battle was long and grueling. Even Ricardo and his henchmen appeared visibly exhausted after the second wave. Hey bro, we messed up. We never should have put you through the trouble in the first place. Don't worry about it, kid. You've taken our brother who came all the way from the south and guided him safely through the labyrinth that is H-Corp. I'd say you've done more than enough. No one could have expected that we'd be fighting the sweepers of all things. If we're able to withstand the sweepers, enemies that could give even the middle trouble, practice makes perfect, and perfection makes an expert, huh? Guess Honglu wasn't too off the mark. Man, we would have been swept away long ago by that horde if we were still new at this. Ishmael, who was taking this brief downtime to check the sharpness of our harpoon, was right. We've been through something like this before, fighting against an endless horde of enemies. Long battles of attrition. It wasn't new. And that very experience was definitely an edge we had against these enemies. Of course. We're gonna handle a third wave at this, right? There is no choice but to withstand it. Nothing was certain just yet. We still had the third wave to survive. I'll carry out your sentences as soon as we survive the third wave. Even when we're all basically in the same boat, that guy can't help but have it out for us, huh? Why, whatever. Yeah! The third wave begins, and with it, the buildings suddenly began to shift violently. What? Oh, what's going on? The buildings are shifting! What's happening? I remember asking all of you guys to read the damn pamphlets. Buildings inside H-Corp shift every once in a while. I didn't know it'd be like this, but still. Fortunately, it doesn't seem that the building we were in is shifting by much, Executive Manager. As soon as Otis finished, an errant building suddenly judged violently from the ground, rising in a diagonal burst and struck Ricardo square in the chest, sending him blasting off again. Damn you! Mark my words, this is all going in the books! Cool. Ricardo wasn't the only one that got practically punched by a building. Big bro! The henchmen of the middle, who had formed a defensive square to withstand the waves, were blasting off in all directions. Or maybe they were falling? I wasn't sure anymore. What is happening? The movement of the buildings has significantly reduced the enemy population in this area, Dante. This is an opportunity. Now those irritating bosses off our backs. I think this is definitely more doable now. I can feel the spirit rising among the sinners. Come on, let's do this. We've done this kind of fight 1,000 times. Alright, once more, with feeling!
이따가 버스에서 회고해야지 않겠는가?
This, okay, just do that. Defense, let's go, defense. What's your feel like, Gregor? Are you good, still? Yeah, you're still good. Alright, off you go, lads. No, Honglu got staggered, oh well. There you go, you're dead now. Oh, there goes Honglu. Oh well. Can't say he didn't try.
괜히 저항하지 말고 받아들여. 그게 덜 아플걸?
Owie, 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 owie. Oh, needless to say, Yuseng got staggered. Let's see. Welcome back, Faust. Anyway, let's do some counteractive healing.
조여목구를 달고 볼까?
Yeah, he sure did. I watched it happen. It was not a pretty sight. There you go. There's that one down. Hey, good clashes, good clashes. All right, good job, Otis. Good job, Otis. Winning with that Wrath of Resonance bonus. Additional whackings for you, my friend. Where's your family now? Burnt the cinders around you. You know the thing about fuel? Very flammable. Hope you weren't tired of ducks! Whack! Oh, yes, it's lovely.
아무것도 아닙니다.
Yeah, that's the number one. You dare play defense? Get staggered, idiot. And you're dead. Alright, just 4 more left. Not a problem. Go ahead and do that, may as well. Screw this guy in particular. There you go, he's dead now. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da-da! And fire. Boom. Owie, 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 owie. Alright, well, you tried. Owie, owie. Yeah, he's dead now. Let's see if we can finish off this last dude. Oh, good evades, good evades. Oh, she's gonna lose that one. Good evades, good evades. There we go, he's down. Oh, there was still another one. Oops, my bad. There we go. I think that was the last one. Oh yeah, let's go. That was a fight. Oof. Survived. Accurate. Was that the last of them? Current time is 424 hours. About 10 minutes until the night at Backstreet ends, but you can relax now, given that we survived the third wave. The buildings are also no longer shifting. Stability has been restored. Oh, we did it, Executive Manager. Oh, bloody hell, finally. The centers all collapsed to the ground from exhaustion. There was a Kazan here, but it's gone now. Despite the fact that we haven't moved at all from our initial positions, there wasn't even a trace of it having been here. We realized that we'd been relocated on a rooftop, as though we had just awakened from the dream of sleeping in a building that never even existed. That was one hell of a battle, man. Thought I was done for. This is killing me. I don't know if we could have survived that if our help at Saloon wasn't here to draw some away. I guess we got something to thank him for. So that's all they've got in a head-on battle. Art thou acquainted with these foes, young Ryoshu? OFC. I've heard of them. Their scent of blood, 'twas faint, but it cannot be, no. It would be best not to linger over long on this thought. Why not? Dig deeper. Letting ephemeral inspiration slip through your fingers is the depth of creativity. I said I won't linger on it. Don't rush me. Whatever. How uninspiring. Guys, now's not the time to bicker. Ryoshu and Don Quixote's words were indeed unnerving, but we'd have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece. Shi Yihua. Now, I'll be frank, that was impressive. I thought for sure you'd have been long swept away by now. Shi Yihua must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die, because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal while they were fending off the waves of sweepers. The Mao branch and Zilu were both approaching us in an intimidating gait, and contrasted with their earlier passivity. Damn it. Executive Manager, I've had too many high-risk, high-fatigue battles in succession. I hate to offer such disloyal advice, but it may be wise to avoid this battle at all costs. That don't seem like an option to me. I mean, it was fine. I look around. Most of the sinners were either dead, trampled, and chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces. They were barely holding on at best. I can bring them back, I always do. But when they've completely surrounded us, I don't know if I can bring them back in time to protect me. They might just cut the sinners down as soon as they get back up. Well, this was well within my predictions. I can simply finish off anyone that hasn't been swept away. Now, a stage is set for my ascension. For the next 10 minutes, no sweepers, let alone anyone, is coming here. You know why? Because who in their right mind would leave their homes when the night in the backstreets is still ongoing? I can think of a certain red gaze. And looks like even that annoying idiot from the middle's been taken care of too. Somehow. How much of this was your plan? How much, you ask? The whole thing, of course. All the way back to that construction site blocking your path. The one who deceived that unscrupulous fool of your company. It was me, the one who put that pitiful King Tao, who doesn't even have a family name, with you. It was me, the one who contracted the Triax office to challenge you to a duel. It was me. And guess who it was that relayed your real-time location to all kinds of forces in the district? Yes, it was me. And this trashing lodging without a residential permit? All devised by none other than yours, using Q Corp's technology. I see. Oh, it's so good. It was so good, wasn't it? What a perfect strategy. What did you think? Aren't I great? Aren't I so utterly clever? This is exactly why I deserve to be the next family hierarch. A folly to speak those words. An unfamiliar voice echoed from the dark. There was neither animosity nor hospitality, only utter serenity and nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking under the narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifted buildings. In his hand was a decapitated head, illuminated by a pale light. Blood dripples by the severed neck, and the wide-open eyes remained frozen in its final moments, filled with utter terror. He walks toward us, in step with the drip-drip of the blood. It can't be. Q? I knew he was working for someone. It was him. But why do you have King Tao's head? I have brought back the wayward pet to his master, that it may once again be leashed. There is a serpent, my lord. Leave it. We needn't shoo it away. What? You were loaned the Heisho pack so that you may simply get in their way, no more. I see. There was a sudden change of heart once you held the leash in your hands. That to return to the Shi family's side would be to your benefit. No, you knew everything all along. What? I must ask, is everything to you? Your vision is too limited for my lord's wisdom to comprehend. The wise fails to peer through the narrow-sighted eyes of the fool. But if by everything you refer to how you feigned abandonment from the Shi family to secure my lord's trust, indeed, it could be said that we do know everything. Don't kill me, please don't kill me. I will share with you my most guarded secrets at the Shi family. Right, the 10 Blades of the East. Yes, the thumb. But Shi Hihua could speak no more, for a serpentine blade struck from the umbra and separated his head from the torso with ease. Little Hihua, have I not warned you time and time again to guard your tongue against the creeping desperation? I believe that we have gathered the intelligence we had hoped to collect, my lord. You need to pursue the serpent, Zilu. His voice boomed as he commanded those who appeared to be his officers. The tall, built man took a ponderous step from the shadows and stood before us. What an enigmatic expression. He wordly looked at Yihua's decapitated head, now lying on the ground, then at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds or blades of grass. I shall take them with me. He picked up Yihua's decapitated head before gesturing at his officer with a nod. Here it is, my lord. Wrap their heads with stasis wraps and decomposition won't set in anytime soon. And with those bandages, he begins to wrap them up in a practiced motion. He does not pay us any heed, as though we weren't even worth the attention. Return to me once you are finished here. Yes, my lord. Hold on, you can't just show up out of nowhere, and... He did not reply, his eyes gazing, yet reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. And just as he had emerged from the darkness, he vanished into the shadows, carrying 2 decapitated heads. Alright then. So that happened. Level up! Alright, let me, before I forget, looks like we're just about to finish, so I may as well. I was gonna add nothing there before I forgot, but may as well save it. Things weren't looking any better. I could instinctively tell that they were different from anyone or anything we'd faced in Hongyan so far. I don't suppose our lord left them alive only for us to slay them. And perhaps it would be apt that I introduce myself, as it is common courtesy to do so. Call me Zigon. I am but a humble servant of my lord, Master Q's teachings. My lord, Master Q, somehow is reminded of the discussion King Tao refused to finish. For when the far one comes betwixt the burnt doors, shall a star fall astray. As for the song, it's a song that's become rather popular in the back streets in the recent months. This is not the place to discuss such matters. I will share a tale in a more appropriate setting later, should we come across it. Name's Dante. I'm their manager. I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. I instinctively knew that we had to find out as much as I could about that man from earlier. They introduced themselves as Manager Dante. I see. Your candidness is appreciated. Dilu, withdraw the Mao. It seems that we need not contend with them at the moment. Very well. It seemed that they had the very same thought about us. Now, is that sufficient proof of our intent to engage in a brief discourse? To discuss some matters with you to mark a courtly end to this encounter should be of benefit to us for the prospects of our future. So, ask away, as they say. So, that's when Jia Shichun stepped forward, after having retreated from the domineering presence. So, that's what those suspicious songs I heard in the back streets were about. It's about you guys, wasn't it? So, are those lyrics true? Ah, so that is what you wish to know. Ji Chun of the Jia family. It is said that you possess talent in rhetoric, yet walk a path beclouded by concern and anxiety. Truly, your insignificant presence precludes your part in greatness. Wei, don't speak for me. I would have been the first to say anything if I thought she was wrong. Yes, my lady. Shi Hihua. You're the one who sent him after us, right? Close, yet not exact. He was an agent of the Shi family sent to spy on my lord's doings. we had bestowed upon him the control of a Heisho pack, for we had found his conduct shallow and saw a means of learning more of the Shi family's machinations. Yet it seems that, once granted power, the boy mistook himself for a man with the wherewithal to represent the Shi family. So you used him, just as he sought to use us, though he was quite shallow in his strategy compared to our own. So what now? I don't think you're looking to kill us, right? Now, nothing. Do whatever it was that you had sought to accomplish here. You're letting two of your master's rivals go, just like that? What a strange thing to say. Look around as I might, I fail to see any rivals here. Ooh, got her. Then, rivals. The manager inquires why you command Yihua to carry out this assault against Limbus Company. They fear, yet they seek to gain understanding through that fear. Yet, they remain wanting in a certain... oh, God. Perpisk... Oh, my inability to read is catching up with me again. Perpisk... God, you know what? Google text-to-speech, we're doing this, hold on. Bloody hell. Alright, how does pronounce word? Text to speech. Oh, hello, text to speech.
Perspicati.
The hell is that word in hand? Shut up a minute.
Perspicati.
Perspicati. Alright, whatever. My lord has always said that if one learns not from a plight, then no discourse with them shall bear fruit. Instead of giving me a straight answer, Zigong left me with a puzzling comment before she brushed past us. I have given you courtesy enough. This is a good time for us to depart. Now, do stay nicely within your borders, as you have remained there thus far. I would greatly despise an odd splash of ink marring the great painting. With that, Zigong walked into the shadows cast beneath the forest of buildings. Zilu and the countless Heisho that had surrounded us also disappeared with them. Random hiccups. Finally. I looked around just in time to see Otis collapse while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely clinging to life. And there was Jia Chun, who had collapsed to the floor as well, and Wei, who was tending to her wounds. And me, who, somehow, survived through all that without getting decapitated. And the night that put us through multiple bruises with death came to an end. The day breaks. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything that's happened. That big brother, Q. I see. Once the day broke, we decided to take a quick walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of the night. It was also to decide. Hello? Did you forget how to make a concerned face or something? How are you maintaining that irritating poker face through the whole conversation? Haha, of course not. Classic Jia family secrecy, huh? Always hiding something. I bet you are too. If you are, you better spit it out now. I don't have the time to casually stroll about with my to-be enemy. Heard anything for your assignment anyway. Changing the subject. Jia Chun, who was chatting with Hong Lu, methodically slowed down enough to walk right next to me, as though she was executing steps of a plan. You lead my brother's faction, don't you? About what I want to talk to you about earlier. I guess I do. For now, I guess. Earlier? This is about our conversation back at the Kazan. Ugh. Brother, translations please? Haha, of course. Dante is unquestionably our manager. Great. Let me make a proposal then. Become my faction for the duration of the family hierarch evaluations. Help me out. What? It's, can we do that? Can we do that? Why not? You guys managed to stall even the sweepers. That means you command a formidable force. Besides, you're headed to the family mansion anyway, aren't you? You just don't know what to do once you get there. And, as for competition, well, my brother doesn't care about the whole thing anyway. So, why don't you join me? Help me become the family hierarch. I'm not like our other older siblings. I always pay my debts, whether that's for a favor or for a grudge. If you can't trust me, I'm happy to make a written. Can we do that, Faust? Faust company as well. I guess so. Then, I don't see any reason to refuse her offer. Hong Lu, who's been listening in on our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clearer explanation and relayed it to Ji Chun. Perfect. It is said that formation of such alliances should come with a grand banquet to mark the occasion and to cement the upcoming coalition. The banquet's on me. Once we get closer to the central zone, let's find a nice kazan to discuss our future ventures together. You're Dante, right? Let's make this thing work. Let's. I was still bewildered by the turn of events, but Jia Chi-chun reached out for a handshake with such earnestness that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hand in return. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever made ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company, huh? Well, if that's the case, I really hope that we please wing for us in the middle of the road. Wow, man, I never thought about it, but now it's just staying there like this in the middle of the street. Really stands out, doesn't it? Is this your usual ride? Glad to see that you're all safe. Saude and Pilot walked out from inside the bus. Uh-huh. So, did you guys take care of the business? I have some more pressing things to talk about. Listen well. Do you have any idea how much trouble your subordinate's little connection? Yes, Miss Faust already gave me a report. Pilot? Oh boy. Yes, ma'am? By the way, he's awkwardly stepping forward. He probably already got a hell of a talking to from Saude. Real my sorry about that, y'all. I've only ever been a part of eradication missions, never an espionage business, so... Pilot, what did I say about mixing excuses into an apology? Forget what I said. Real mighty sorry, for real. This King Tao guy approached me and sweet-talked me into going along with that plan of his. So I got too cocky, assuming that I knew better than my seniors. I'm sorry too. Forget that he's still a new guy in the business. Of course he'd be prone to making these mistakes. Looks like we'll both be wranglers to explain our failure together, huh? You're both getting disciplined for this? The disciplinary action is unlikely to be anything of significance. The LCB team came out unscathed, all things considered. However, it is likely that they may have to work for half a year without pay. I consider a win if all we're getting is docked pay. Next time, I do promise. Next time, I'm gonna get real good at this job. I'm gonna become someone who can actually provide good assistance to y'all. Of course, Pilot. You really should. In fact, you will have no choice but to become a contributing member of the team when I'm done with you. Let's really get to it, huh? No one's dying or getting fired under my watch as long as I'm their manager. I'll make sure of that. Yeah. Oh, right. Also got to tell you, Saude. It's real important business stuff. Going forward, we're gonna... Oh, yeah. I was gonna bring that up sooner or later. We just got the orders from the LCA. Saude produced a small device from her pockets and began reading from it. Upon arrival at the central zone of H Corp, the LCB will participate in the family hierarch evaluation with a candidate. We were going to anyway. Now, this busting faction is going to be the LCB will be present the following sinner as their chosen candidate. Sinner number 6, Hong Lu. What? What? Hey, you can't do that! What the hell? You! All of you! I'm gonna make you throw up everything you just ate, you asshole! Oh no! What was that, Hong Lu? You don't stop that. What was that, Hong Lu? You don't want to you don't want to have ambitions? We're gonna give you an ambition. Oh god, that's funny. Okay, well, enough of that. We're gonna play Canto 8 tomorrow. How exciting! So wrap that all up. I'm gonna add nothing there before I forget. Go ahead and do that. I hate to see it. Add a friend. Search. Yes, that one. Nothing there. We need to talk. Nothing there? You're going to explain yourself to me. Is nothing there still here? Nothing there? I demand an explanation. I can't even put this on stream. I demand an explanation. Where is he? Nothing there? Are you still out there? Someone bring nothing there to me. He needs to explain himself to me immediately. You know what you did. All right, I've sent you the friend request. Ay. Okay, well, there's that. Oh, it's a very sussy quote that nothing there has. Oh boy. Nothing there, silly Billy. Anyway, that's enough of that. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's restart the music. Oh man. Oh yeah, I have to actually load the music because I had to restart my bloody computer. Thanks for that, AMD driver. Appreciate that. Okay, well. Hell of a first day with the first model. I'm deeply sorry for all the scuff. We at one point had over 30 viewers between the two platforms, which is our personal best for sure. Alas, if only we didn't have so much scuff, we might have been able to retain that, but oh well, it is what it is. Still, I didn't want all the technical issues, but we weathered through it, and we still had a pretty good stream, I would say. I'm glad that you all liked the new model. We've worked really, really hard on it. So yeah, this is the face going forward. I have some other assets in the works, so the layout's going to be changing, and some other things are going to come along that will kind of be adding over time. But yeah, this is the new me. Rizwan finally has an official face. Isn't it lovely? So yeah, no more AI assets whatsoever. I couldn't be happier. So yeah. Tomorrow, we will, of course, be playing Limbus Company Canto 8 Part 1. We're finally going to play some brand spanking new Limbus Company content, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next. So I hope you'll join me then, once again, on YouTube and Twitch. Excuse me. I'm getting hiccups out of nowhere. I don't know what happened. But it is time for us all to sign off. Thank you all so much for joining me for this grand re-premiere of Rizwan Culver. I look forward to seeing what the next 6 months bring us after how amazing the first 6 months has been. And, oh, yes, thank you. I can't believe we hit 50 followers in the first stream, or like the first 3 streams, depending on how you want to count it, bloody technical issues. But yeah, hell of a start. And hopefully we'll grow a lot more from here. So I will see you all tomorrow at Discord server, as well as my various socials down below, whether the YouTube description or the various panels down below on Twitch. And I hope that you'll come and join us there. I will see you all next time. Love you, pigeons. Take care, everybody. Later.